Hey, it's the Recycled Fish member update for February, and we're reporting from the Bassmaster Classic. It's setup time right now before the Classic really gets kicked off. We're able to be here thanks to our friends at Dick's Sporting Goods. We've had a lot of things going on at the cause that are worth talking about. I want to tell you about a few of them real quick. First of all, congratulations to Wendy from Alabama. She won last month's member contest. So congratulations, Wendy. If you'd like a chance to win this month's member contest, it's easy to do. Go to recycledfish.org, click on blog, and we've got an easy survey this month. We want to find out what issue facing our waters matters most to you. So go to recycledfish.org, click on blog, and answer a very simple one-question survey, and here's what you could win. You could win a Dragon's custom rod, fly rod. It's a custom-built fly rod just for you, just for telling us what issue matters most to you in terms of what problems are facing our fisheries. So easy to do. Every month, I try to give you at least 3 good things that the cause is doing out there to try to help our waters. Here's 3 good things from the field for this month, February. Up in the North Country, the Recycled Fish On Ice Tour has done like 25 events since the last member update. One of the biggest ones, the Brainerd JC's Ice Fishing Extravaganza. Like 10,000 people on the ice fishing together. It was really cold for setup day. It was like 20 below zero real temp. But for the fishing day, the Derby day, Saturday was a pretty nice day. Everybody had a great time. And you know, we handed out like 6,000 bags that were used by the anglers to both clean up the lake and help return fish alive and swimming back into the lake. How about that? Pretty good. We've also had the Big Creek Hardwater Open. We've had 20 more events yet to go this winter on the On Ice Tour. You can see those just by clicking on the On Ice Tour On Ice Tour logo on the Recycled Fish website. So check it out. Hopefully you can make it out to one of those. The one really big remaining event we have, Fish-a-Palooza in Forest Lake last week of February. We're still looking for volunteers for that. We need people to help with the weigh-in tent. If that's you, email Ben Leal, tournaments@recycledfish.org. We could use a few more volunteers for that event. If you just want to come fish at Fish-a-Palooza, you should. It's totally fun. I guess here's another thing worth mentioning for our February update. Here we are at the Bassmaster Classic. We would not be able to do the Classic if it wasn't for our very, very good friends at Dick's Sporting Goods. So it would be so cool if you went to their website and just let them know how much we appreciate them and appreciate all that they do for the cause. They bring us in to do a conservation table inside their booth at the Dick's Sporting Goods Classic Expo. They're the title sponsor for the Bassmaster Classic Expo, and here we are in the title sponsor's booth with our own table. We've got a game. We use the game Hot Toss here, thanks to our friends at Grabber Warmers, and kids can learn about conservation while they play the game, and it makes learning about conservation really fun. So we do that in the booth, and then people can take the Sportsman Stewardship Pledge. We expect we'll have at least 300 people, at least 100 people a day, take the Sportsman Stewardship Pledge here at the Classic, and people can support the cause. And thanks to our friends at the PAA, everybody who takes the pledge here at the Classic gets a chance to win an autographed t-shirt and hat that's been autographed by like 50 pro anglers. Isn't that cool? So a good way to get people taking the Stewardship Pledge. And thank you for taking the Stewardship Pledge too, and being a member. Okay, so third thing worth mentioning. If you've never listened to the Fish Schtick podcast, if you're not sure about what podcasts are, if that's for you, a podcast is just a radio show that you can get through your computer. And our podcast is called the Fish Schtick. I'm one of the hosts, and then Brian Bennett from moldychum.com is one of the hosts, and Michael Morrow in Denver, Colorado produces the Fish Schtick. He does an awesome job. You can go to our site, click on Programs, Fish Schtick, and you can click on episodes, and you can listen to them through the Moral Media website right on your computer, or you can go to iTunes and you can download them onto your iPod, or if you have an MP3 player that's not an iPod, you can go to Moral Media and get them on your phone. There's 3 episodes that we've done since the last update that I think you might like to hear. We did one with Randy Blockett, who's a professional angler who fishes the FLW Tour, and he's sponsored by T. Boone Pickens and the Pickens Plan, and his whole deal is about taking better care of our environment and our waters. So we were really jazzed to talk to him, and I think you'd love to hear the show. He had really interesting things to talk about. Another great show, we did a special episode about ice fishing. We had 4 guests on that show. We had Brian Brosdahl, one of the rock stars of the ice fishing world, Jason Mitchell from South Dakota. We had a couple of the East Coast guys. We had Nathan Krusko and Brian Eckhart on that episode. So check that episode out if you're into ice fishing. And then we did a Stewardship Spectacular episode that you might like to hear. We talked to our friends at Clean Angling. We talked to All Against the Haul. And then Brian Bennett, he's on the board of the Wild Steelhead Coalition, so we talked about wild steelhead too. So that was a great episode. So 3 great episodes since the last time we talked. Check out the Fish Schtick. You can subscribe to it, and that really helps us out too. The Fish Schtick's made possible by our friends at Green Tackle and our friends at Spot Hug. So if you're not familiar with those, check them out on the internet too. They do awesome stuff, or learn about them. We talk about them in every episode of the Fish Schtick. So lots going on at the cause. That's kind of 3 highlights from the last month that I wanted to share with you. Most importantly, it's the stuff that you and I do every day, the choices that we make every day and how they affect our waters. Because we're more than sportsmen, we're stewards.